In this video, we're comparing two EV tires. One is the Michelin e.Primacy, the other is the Bridgestone Turanza T005 EV with OE marking. We will put them to a gruesome test of wet, dry, noise, comfort and rolling resistance to find out which tire is suitable for your EV vehicle. Let's find out. Wet braking, one of the most safety critical tests for your Tesla Model 3. Because the problem is, the higher the weight, the longer your stopping distance is, if the grip isn't there. In this test, we're testing the tire from 80 km/h down to 0 to find out which tire has the shortest stopping distances. Because in real life, a tire which has better wet means better wet control and raw power when it comes to stopping.
In wet braking, the Michelin e.Primacy starts strong, stopping 0.9 meters shorter than the Bridgestone Turanza T005 EV. That gives Michelin around a 3% advantage in this key safety test. Now, moving into wet handling. Subjectively, the gap is small, the Michelin scoring 6.8 points versus Bridgestone's 6.7 points. This suggests Michelin give a touch more front-end confidence and control when the car is loaded through wet corners, while the Bridgestone remains stable but feels slightly more cautious at the limit. Looking at the wet handling lap time, Michelin is also slightly ahead, completing the lap 0.2 seconds faster than the Bridgestone. So while the difference is not huge, both the subjective score and lap time point in the same direction. Michelin has a small but consistent edge in wet handling.
Dry braking. This is the baseline performance for your Tesla Model 3. Because the problem is, higher weight means more demand on your tires. In this dry braking test, we are measuring the stopping distance from 100 km/h down to 0. And the scoring is simple. The shorter your stopping distance, the better your performance is. In real life, this provides you better control and more confidence on dry roads.
In dry braking, Michelin again has the advantage, stopping 0.8 meters shorter or around 2% better than the Bridgestone. Now, for dry handling, subjectively, Michelin has a clearer advantage, scoring 7 points out of 10 compared to Bridgestone's 6. On track, the Michelin feels more composed, responds more cleanly to steering input, and gives the driver a strong sense of control when pushed harder. The Bridgestone is still safe and progressive, but it feels softer and less precise at the limit. Looking at the dry handling lap time, Michelin confirms this advantage by completing the lap 1 second faster than the Bridgestone. That means that Michelin not only feels better subjectively, but also carries speed more effectively through the dry handling circuit.
Rolling resistance, one of the most important factors when it comes to efficiency. But the problem is, you can't really see or feel rolling resistance. But there's a simple way to illustrate. We put two tires on the slope, both at equal conditions, and we let it roll down. So physics takes its role, so we're looking for the tire which can roll the furthest, which means it has the lower rolling resistance. The scoring is simple. And what does it mean? It means that a lower rolling resistance tire actually increase your battery mileage for your EV car, and most importantly, improve fuel savings.
As this is an EV tire comparison, rolling resistance is a major part of the story. Here, the Bridgestone Turanza T005 EV fights back. It records a 6.2 coefficient value compared to 7 for the Michelin e.Primacy, giving Bridgestone around an 11% efficiency advantage. For an EV, this matters a lot because lower rolling resistance helps reduce energy consumption and protect battery mileage. However, it's important to remember that the Michelin e.Primacy here is a replacement spec tire, not a Tesla T005 fitment, and is slightly tuned for more mileage and everyday durability rather than outright rolling resistance.
Interior noise, one of the biggest comfort factor for your Tesla Model 3. So as your EV vehicle doesn't produce engine noise, your tire noise dominates. So in this test, we measure interior noise in the driver's seat by placing a microphone here. So the scoring is really simple. The lower your noise level, the better it is for your car. So what does it mean? It means a lower noise tire gives you a quiet cabin and a more comfortable ride for your EV journey.
Looking at the interior noise results, it is surprisingly close, but Michelin still has the edge. On the rough surfaces, Michelin is 1.5 decibel quieter at 60 km per hour and 0.3 decibel quieter at 100 km per hour. On smoother roads, both tires are almost equal, but Michelin is still 0.5 decibel quieter at 100 km per hour. What makes this interesting is that Bridgestone uses noise-reducing foam, yet Michelin still comes out slightly quieter without the foam, suggesting a clear tread pattern and casing advantage for Michelin. So overall, the Michelin e.Primacy as the replacement spec tire shows a small but consistent advantage in wet, with stronger wet braking and slight edge in wet handling. In dry, the advantage becomes clearer with better dry braking, stronger subjective handling, and a faster dry handling lap time. The Bridgestone Turanza T005 EV TO Tesla OE fitment spec fights back with the better rolling resistance results, which is important for EV battery mileage and range. Mileage is not tested here, but based on previous results, the Michelin e.Primacy has shown very strong wear performance. So this comparison becomes a clear trade-off. Michelin's give you a stronger safety and handling, while Bridgestone delivers a stronger EV efficiency results.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.